guys, welcome to Phantom Paranormal. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not doing a session, it's just a quick talkie. I wanted to talk to you guys about what I wish I would have known when I first started buying equipment. Go download the Craigslist with the little peace sign, the purple one. And you would be surprised on what you can barter. People have stuff on there that's been up on there for a long time, and you'd be surprised at what you can barter. I got this Sony that I can plug into my computer. It's got the USB port. They don't have the software for it anymore, but I can still run it on a certain program. And it gets good EVPs. You don't have to spend $400, $500, $700 on those digital recorders with the big speakers on it. Trust me, guys. These are the threshold you need. I got this one last week off of Craigslist for a couple of old pocket knives that I didn't use anymore. I collect knives, so I have an abundant supply of knives, and the guys drove like 30 miles to give me this. It's a Sony one, and it works great for EVPs. Okay, this is just for people starting out, that doesn't have money, and people will barter with you and what's the worst they can say? No, thank you, sir, I'm not interested. I've got plenty of that, but I've also got plenty of people saying, sure, that sounds great. I would love to trade. I got this Olympus. It's the same one Kevin Himes uses. It's not showing up very good, but he got it when Radio Shack was going out of business. This is one of the best little recorders I got. And I got this one last night. This one has the stereo, left and right speakers. It's got the setting on it where you can set it high, low, or whatever, but you can set it high on this one and still set it with the noise reduction, so you can set it on high quality with the low threshold, so it still picks up excellent EVPs. As soon as I tested this, I caught two EVPs. They weren't Class A. I had kids running around and stuff, but it's an excellent little recorder. This one I did buy. I didn't barter. I'm selling my car, so the guy's making payments on it because I don't drive anymore. And it's just been sitting out my driveway, and it's a nice little Honda. My brother-in-law's actually buying it from me, and he's a mechanic, so he'll keep it running forever. It's a 98 Honda Civic, and it doesn't have a dent or scratch on it. It's got low miles, but I can't drive anymore. I can't stand to sit. It hurts my back too bad to drive anymore. The power chair is totally different. It's real comfortable. It's wide open. It's made to be comfortable. And oh yeah, this is just a quick talk, you guys, and catch up, and just a little word of wisdom. Craigslist, guys. You can find your ghost hunting equipment on Craigslist. Don't look under ghost hunting equipment. Just go to electronics. Don't even type, or you can type in digital voice recorders or voice recorders. They'll come up if they have them. Just keep looking, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be able to barter for them. Look at the price of it and think of what you might have that's at the same value, and 9 times out of 10 it's been sitting on there so long they'll be like, sure, you know what, yeah, I'll take that. And I've had 2 or 3 people drive out to where I live and made 35-minute trips to bring me ghost hunting equipment, bring me digital recorders for just pocket knife crap that I don't need. That I collect knives. I've got hundreds of them, you know. So if you don't have cash on hand, barter, 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 barter. That's what Craigslist's for. Think of what you done. You know, you'd be surprised at the stuff you can find that you can use to ghost hunt with. I've got it's about this big. I got it coming next week. I bartered for it. It's a mini. It's not huge, but it's a mini digital recorder, or not digital recorder, camcorder with see in the dark capabilities. Yes. Hey, for the price point, it's 8 gigs. I guarantee you, I know what brand it is, and it's going to have a darn good picture for the price point, and I'm just bartering for it. A couple of pocket knives that I have that the guy happens to like, because a lot of people collect knives. Oh yeah, I like those too, and I always try to keep it. Don't overdo it, because they'll take everything that you offer. You know, you gotta learn not to undershoot it or overshoot it. You gotta learn how to barter, but it's better to overshoot it a little bit and not lose the deal than totally undershoot it and have them say, no, I'm not interested. But once you get it down, you'd be surprised the items you can get for just stuff you have laying around anymore you don't use. If you don't have money, I'm saying to go out and buy this stuff, you know. Right now I'm up to a total of 6 digital recorders. There's only one more I want. It's the Panasonic, or 2 more I want. The one they use on Ghost Adventures, the little silver one, and I want the one that what's his name's using, Nick Roth, on his new show, that Panasonic. That's like the holy grail of digital recorders. But you know, it's just a digital recorder. They're expensive on Amazon right now. They're $200 or $300, but you never know. One might pop up. Just happen to pop up on Craigslist. I've seen a lot stranger things happen. Guys, I'm just trying to help for those that are like me, and I just wanted to tell you guys a quick story. I wanted to thank you for staying with my channel and not giving up. And I want to tell you about my I know you guys saw my video. I got a lot of support on that about me, guys, being stuck in a house all the time and not being able to get out sucks ass. Being crippled sucks ass. Only being able to stand up for about 5 minutes before you fall to the ground in pain sucks ass. When I got my power chair that I showed you guys, I was so happy They built me a ramp. I had to fight with the people I'm living with, not living with, but my renters. And then I found out there was a loophole in the law to where they had to build me one. And I didn't bring it up in a shitty way, but I brought it up in a nice way. I heard from somebody that by law you had to build me a ramp. And the next thing I know, 30 minutes later, they were out there measuring, and the next day after that, they were out there building. So I got my ramp. I got my scooter, which my insurance wouldn't pay for. I got a loan before I knew I was going to sell my car from my cousin who teaches German at Wichita State. I got a nice big power chair that goes 10 miles an hour. It's got the big, with the tires included, 12-inch wheels. The wheels are 10 inches, and, it's like a set of 12-inch woofers for tires, maybe a little bigger. It's not all the little teeny wheels. I mean, this one I can take to the park and go up and down hills and everything else. I was so happy to get it. My son's 13. He's never had a bike. We're just now living in a place. I lived in the ghetto of ghettos, and I brought my two kids up in the ghetto of ghettos because that's all we could afford. I brought my kids up in a 2-bedroom apartment. They shared a room for so long that it was just time that we got out. We stayed with my mother-in-law. A lot of those my older videos, I started my channel at my mother-in-law's house. My apartment was haunted as hell, but this place is friendly. I don't feel any negativity here. I love it here. It's out in the country. We're in a safe neighborhood. But back to the power chair. I got the money. I bought the power chair. They delivered it to me. I got it off of Craigslist, so you got to be careful. It was working just fine when I first bought it. They had $450 on it, which was a good deal because if you go to Craigslist and search power chairs, most of them are around $400 to $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 because some people want to take on Craigslist advantage of people and actually sell something that's not worth what it is and double the price. You got to be careful for that too. You got to know what you're doing on Craigslist. You got to pay attention. You can get some killer deals though. So, and I still ended up getting a killer deal due to the situation. So what happened was I ended up bartering them or talking them down to $250 for that chair, and the chair, I saw the receipt, is close to a over $6,000 chair, brand new. It's a couple years old, but still, I got it for $250. Well, after I made that video of my chair and my bag behind it full of my equipment to go down to the park and be able to ghost hunt, I was teaching my son how to ride his bicycle. He never had a bicycle. Now he's in a neighborhood where he can ride. I taught my son how to ride a bicycle with my power chair. Oh, and I got this mod off of Craigslist, by the way, which is a very expensive mod. Digital display, plenty of power. Bartered some stuff I was just tired of for it, and they delivered it. Really nice mod. Carbon fiber back. I did buy the tank, but the mod, it's the SMY 60 TC Mini, and it is heavy. If you like heavy, don't like heavy mods, this isn't the mod for you. I like it. I like the heaviness of it. Great mod, puts out plenty of power. But back to my chair. So I'm out there teaching him how to ride his bike. Then all of a sudden I feel something give. I look down and my left tire's bent in. Two bolts broke off inside the metal. So I get the chair back in the house. I call around power chair stores. They want $100 just to come out and look at the situation. I told them the situation. I looked under there myself and found out what happened. They wanted some people wanted $400 to replace two bolts. Two bolts. Well, the thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know how to work on them, and don't know anybody to work on them, that's what you got to pay. Fortunately enough, my father-in-law, my stepdad, actually, not father-in-law, he passed. My stepdad is a hairstylist, and he cuts hair with a friend of his named Jerry that can fix anything. He came and picked my chair up and took all the bolts out on both sides of my wheels. They connect to the motors. Each wheel is an independent motor, and put a super strong kind of bolt in. And each side, I thought, only had 3 or 4 bolts maximum. It turned out each side had a total of 6 bolts. When he got into the other side, there was 2 bolts broken off on that side that I wasn't even aware of. And the bolts he pulled out of there were rusted and crusted, and it turned out to be an ordeal. But now he's put a special kind of bolt in there that can support a frickin' elephant, and I've got 5 on each side. This guy, I want to send a shout out to him. Nobody will know him, but his name's Jerry, and he saved my life with this power chair. He did $1,000 worth of work on my power chair for $25, and he worked on it the day before his daughter had her first wedding for me. That's the kind of guy he is. He brought me my chair back the day before his daughter had her wedding. Totally, the back looked totally different. It was all in place. So now I have a brand new power chair, better than brand new. Now I can take it over just about any terrain and not have to worry about any bolts breaking. He totally did it up for me, and he only charged my stepdad to fix it for me, because my stepdad knows I'm on disability and don't have a lot of money, which I'm going to pay him back now that I'm selling my car, since I can't drive. I can drive technically, but it just hurts too bad, and with all the medication that I'm on for pain management, it's just really not safe. So yeah, I used to ride sport bikes, so it's kind of hard going from a super bike to a power chair. But I'll tell you what, after 12 years of being locked in a house, it's really nice to be able to get out and enjoy the sunshine. But I want to thank you guys for not unsubscribing. I know my videos do probably get boring, being in the house all the time and being close to the same type of video every time. But I'll tell you one advantage to that. I've got plenty of spirit friends being in the house all the time by myself during the day, all day, working with the same spirits every day, and I always get good evidence for you guys. Every session, that K2's blinking my way, and I'm getting good communication for you guys at least. So thanks for hanging in there. I want to tell you my story about my power chair. I'm just waiting to get down to the park I showed you guys. It's been raining every day, so I don't want to take it down there and get it stuck in the mud. But I appreciate all you guys. God bless all you guys, and take care. Oh, and by the way, I see that Steve Huff's back at it again. I hope you guys will learn. I hope some of you guys will learn. You don't have to have that stuff. That porthole sounds like the original porthole, guys, if you'll listen. And there's no way it costs $1,200. I can take $1,200 and go to the Guitar Center and come out with a full rig. A good rig. Don't listen to his crap. It pisses me off. There's no way it costs $1,200. No way. But he'll sell them for $1,200. And it's fucking sad. And it sounds just, if you really compare them like I did after someone pointed it out to me, it sounds just like the old Portal. Just like it. But it's supposed to be so new and improved. Compare them yourself. Make separate audio files of them. Compare them yourself. I couldn't hear that big of a difference, and neither could my friend Kevin. So, I don't know. It pisses me off. To the people that's newcomers into this, it's bad for the field. It makes you think you have to spend all this money to get good communications, which isn't true, and it pisses me off. I mean, I guess old Steve Huff would have been screwed in the earlier days when spirits used light switches and sinks and stuff, which they still use, TVs and radios, and turn shit off and on to try to let you know they're around, because there wasn't a porthole then. I get off on a tangent because I just believe it's not right. You don't have to spend that much money to communicate, guys. You really don't. And to my young subscribers out there, you don't have to build a porthole. You don't have to build a porthole. You don't have to have a geo box. You don't have to have all that stuff to get good communication. A PSP7 may have the but once you get used to it, you can hear just fine. There's plenty of apps out there now that work just as good or better than the damn Portal. Plenty of apps that work 10 times as good. I would put them up against the Portal any day of the week, or the GeoBox. Plenty of apps. I could run down a list of all the apps that I think are great, and it would take me all damn day. And half of them are free that I would put up against the GeoBox and Portal. Don't buy his shit, guys. He's a car salesman. It pisses me off, and I'm sorry I just get on a tangent with this Steve Huff's shit. Take care. God bless. Thanks for subscribing. Take care, everybody. Take care of you and yourselves, and love one another. Bye-bye.